speaker for this evening is Keanu Bruner, who is a Senior Marketing, Public Relations, and Sales Executive with Profitability of Hawaii. His career in marketing spans over 40 years. Profitability of Hawaii, or POH, is a locally based firm and is PBN-rated top 5 custom software house specializing in digital imaging software and hardware. POH has had their corporate offices here in Honolulu for over 35 years and provides its products and services globally to firms as big as ADP, Ceridian, Activant, Costco, and Home Depot, just to name a few. Because POH operates somewhat under the radar, Keanu has co-branded his firm, The Man in Black. Many of you have met Keanu before here at FAMES and other local network marketing events. POH represents almost every bank in town, credit unions, law firms, architects, private schools, hospitals, retailers, consulting firms, wholesalers, doctors, and dentists. They help firms in their daily business process by getting rid of paper and going digital. Keanu is multi-degreed. In layman's term, is a jack of all trades. But he is a professional marketer, business owner, consultant, public speaker, networker, and is the senior ambassador for the Chamber of Commerce of Hawaii. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Mr. Keanu Bruner.
That was quite an introduction. You read it just like I wrote it. It's perfect.
I can read in Filipino.
Can you hear me without the mic, or is it going to be imperative that I use this? Nobody? Yeah? You can hear me? No? I'll use it. All right. Joni, where are you? I don't see you. Thank you, Joni, for inviting me. Brody, where are you? Thank you. Appreciate the invitation. It's a pleasure to be here at FAMES. Mentoring, educating, motivating. It's one of the reasons we're all here. It's certainly one of the reasons I'm here. And I put my money where my mouth is. I joined FAMES tonight. All right. Well, I've been coming for about a year. It's about time, isn't it? It's like that course you were going to take. You know, at the University of Hawaii, they offer a course on procrastination, but I figured, what's the rush? They're offering it next semester. I'll take it then. Or maybe it's that course on apathy, but who cares? And I see I have some friends in the audience. There's Mindy Ash. Mindy was here as a speaker, and she hypnotized everybody. Do you remember that program? I was hypnotized. She tried to hypnotize the whole audience. It was so fun. So if I bark sometimes during my presentation, you'll know that it worked. You know, they say there's a positive relationship between the distance someone travels to the venue that they're speaking and their expertise. I don't know what that means. I came from downtown, and since I'm the original Lolo from Palolo, I guess we're about halfway in between. But I'll try to bequeath some of the residue and remainder of my knowledge on this topic. And our topic tonight is the parabolic curve of digital communications and digital information superhighway. Wow, is that a mouthful? How can I deliver that information in 20 minutes? I don't know. You'll have some mixed emotions about the things I'm going to discuss. I'm going to tell you that right now. Some of them you won't believe. Some of them you won't do. And that's okay. Mixed emotions, by the way, is when your mother-in-law drives over a cliff in your new car. So if you have those feelings tonight, I wouldn't be surprised. And because I'm going to talk about a few things that are scary, and yet they'll be fun too, I want you to be objective tonight. I want you to open your mind and be positive and objective. And with that in mind, before I begin, I'm going to give you a little objectivity exam. So here it is. This is your first question. Is there a 4th of July in England? Anybody?
Sure. Yes.
There's a 4th of July in every country. They just don't celebrate it the way we do, especially Great Britain. All right? That's good, not bad. How many animals of each, this is going to be easy now. How many animals of each species did Moses take on the ark?
None.
2. Any other answers?
None.
It wasn't Moses, it was Noah. Come on, you haven't been reading your Old Testament. All right, here's an easy one. How many sides to a circle? How many? Name them. Inside and outside. Very good. He has more hair than me, too. Here's another easy one. How do you pronounce the capital of Kentucky? Is it Louisville or Louisville?
Depends on your accent.
Depends on your accent.
Yeah.
The capital of Kentucky is Frankfurt. Okay, I see I have my work cut out for me tonight. Profitability of Hawaii, as we were introduced, me and the company, does operate under the radar quite a bit. And because we do things that are a little bit, not clandestine, but for those of you who have taken the tour of the Men in Black in my office, you know that we do things that people don't know we do. We probably process your bank checks. We probably print your bank statement. We might do your payroll. And you're asking, how is that possible? I don't even know Profitability of Hawaii. They've been in Honolulu for 35 years, and how many of you never heard of the company till just now? How many? Look at the hands, everybody. You don't even know that we're one of the largest custom software houses in the world. And we're located right here in Honolulu, right on the corner of Bishop and King. So, we do represent a lot of lawyers, and that Men in Black thing came from a law firm that we represented, and we did some things for them, and they were kind of surprised. And when he came to the office and came to the 7th floor of the Kate Schutte building on the Mauka corner, he says, "You guys are like the Men in Black." So if any of you saw that movie where they would open up a door and there'd be a whole universe inside that door. So it's somewhat like that. But it'll be fun, and I hereby officially invite all of you to take the tour of the Men in Black. Once you get through the security doors and the body cavity search, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. Basically what we do is we digitize records. We digitize paper. So we're kind of green in the sense that we want to save trees. We want people not to use paper, but to use digital images. You're doing that now. You're doing it all the time. Your children are doing it. I bought one of these for Patrice, my fiance, for her birthday in February. So I'm 62 years old. I've been dragged kicking and screaming into the digital present and digital future. But I'm here and I do it well now. So I bought an iPhone for myself, 3GS, in February. And it's already obsolete, right? It's obsolete. I just bought it in February, for crying out loud. So we're all digital, but the question is, what are we going to do with what we have that's digital? You can scan paper like we do. We have a scanning room and we scan all this paper, legal documents or bank documents or school documents. We represent most of the schools in town. What does that mean to them? Well, first of all, paper is the problem, isn't it? Paper gets wet, paper gets lost, paper gets misfiled, paper gets old, paper gets stolen. Of course, that's never happened to any of you. Well, if and when it does happen to you, you'll be glad you went digital. My point being this: if you're a school and the parent calls you, or the college on the mainland calls and says to Damien School or Maryknoll School or whatever the school is here in town, we need our child's records. All right? What year did they graduate and what's their name? They give that information, and the person on the other end of the phone at the school says, "All right, well, I'll see if I can find that file, and I'll fax it to you later today or tomorrow." Is that acceptable? Not in the digital world, it's not acceptable. I can prove it to you. 20 years ago, many of you in this room were on the internet. The internet's only, what, 33 years old? As we know it. You went to the internet 20 years ago, you clicked on a link, and you would wait 20 minutes or 40 minutes for a download, wouldn't you? In fact, you'd go get a cup of coffee or a beer, and then you'd come back to the computer to see if it was downloaded, didn't you? Say yes. You did. Today you go on a link and you click on it, and if it's not there in 8 seconds, you're gone. Your patience level is 0. Yes? You're gonna sit there and wait 3 minutes for the thing to open? 3 minutes? You could have a birthday in 3 minutes. I could grow hair in 3. No, I couldn't. So our goal when we do this for customers is they have to have speed of access. So when you scan paper and you put it into digital images, what does it take to do that? Okay, you have a scanner. Now I can have a seventh grader, second grader, 7-year-old second grader come in here and scan something and burn it to a CD or a hard drive. Do you believe that? Some of your own children probably are capable of doing that. Okay, so what do you need us for? What do you need anything to do with speed of scanning? Well, first of all, you're going to have to go out and buy a scanner. Now you're going to have to buy consumables for it. Now you're going to have to buy a maintenance agreement on it. You might have to get 2 in case one breaks down. Then you have to get some kind of indexing software. I'm going to call it metadata, okay? Metadata is what you need to find the document, because if you have 5 documents, that's easy to find. How many of you save something to a file and you can't find it? Is that in my documents? Is that in my pictures? Where is that? I can't find it. So you have to be able to search to find it. Well, our company has invented, this will be hard for you to believe, the best indexing software on the planet. The Federal Reserve Bank uses it. Everyone in town uses it. Why? Because it works and it's very fast. So you want to be able to get that data back. So how do you search if you're a school? You search by graduation year in alpha. How would you search with the indexes if you're a lawyer? By attorney name, by case, interrogatory, deposition, pleadings. Does this make sense? If you're an architect, we represent most of the architects in town, from FAMEShawaii, which is the biggest, to some of the smaller ones. How do they search? There's a project, and it has mechanical, and it has electric, and it has plumbing. So whichever way you decide you want to search for your documents, that's how you do it. And where do we put the information? We put it on a disk. Here's a CD. Do you all know what a banker box looks like, about this size? Yeah, banker box. Inside of a 4-drawer filing cabinet, on average, is about 6 banker boxes. On average, with 2,500 pages per box. 12,500 images will fit on a CD. So you put this into your computer, your logo comes up, and the virtual world mimics your office. You have a filing cabinet in your office. Inside that filing cabinet is what? Folders. Inside the folder is what? Documents, and attached to documents, pages. Same here. It's very intuitive. If you gave this to a total stranger and they put it in their CPU, that's how they would search. So they're comfortable with that. If this were a DVD, it would have 35 banker boxes on it. Think about that just for a minute now. 7 4-drawer filing cabinets right here are gone, and they're here. You've reclaimed space. You've lowered your insurance. You don't have to go hunt and peck for documents. The paper will not catch on fire because it doesn't exist anymore. Scare ya? We all still love to cuddle and hold paper, don't we? I do. I still get the newspaper. I don't go online. I want that thing in my hands. I'm new school, but I'm old school too. Just like all of you. Don't say you're not. You are.